Oh, Flam and Teddies. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. It's the new year. We're doing a channel update for let's see how the year's gone. Is it the new year? No. Am I releasing this tomorrow? End of year channel. Sorry, I just filmed next week's this weekend, which is actually the Christmas one. But I figured I'm not going to release it the week after Christmas, just because I've already done it this weekend. I'm going to have it come out next week. Big episode. A lot of stuff in. Going to be some unboxings in the coming weeks as well. So, yeah, I figured I'd do a channel update, kind of see how we've gone through the year. We're on 623 subscribers as of filming, which is fucking marvelous. Thank you all so much for subscribing. For everyone who watched that 800 plus viewed video from my 4K conundrum, wonderful, well, Blu-ray conundrum. What to expect in the new year? I don't really know. I know I'm going to cut down on buying Blu-rays, mostly for the factor of, well, I've got a fucking lot of them. I want to go back to doing actor reviews. I did a series of, I don't think I did any this year. Maybe I did. I don't think so. I think I did Vin Diesel at the start, and like Taylor Swift. I basically look at a catalogue of films by an actor and review their performances, see if they've improved, see if their film is worth watching for them in it. You know, I did some videos, ones with Aubrey Plaza, Masami Nagasawa, a bunch of them. So yeah, it's just a fun thing for me to do. I'll probably get back into doing the Anatomy of a Blu-ray. I haven't done that for a bit too. I've been really fucking busy with not bothering to do that. I've got a lot of movies. I'm going to do some unboxings of some stuff that I got in, both a box set for Christmas and a box set that came in just before Christmas. And yeah, I'm saving up for a car. For those who wanted to know, yeah, that's going to be expensive. So yeah, that's why I'm mostly not going to be buying too many Blu-rays for the first half of the year. I plan to get the car as soon as fucking possible. I don't have that much money, but I need to get a car for work. So yeah, because I passed the, I got my P's and I passed the test. I've mentioned most of this in the next video. So yeah, I guess I start that one off with some sad news. Do I want to have the sad news in this one? I might have the sad news in this one. I might as well mention it. Fuck, I'm sorry. Our dog Rexy passed away. He was 16 and a half. We got him in 2006. He was born in March. So, yeah. He got very old by the end. He had a peaceful passing because we put him down 2 days before my driving test, which I thought was going to be shitty, like, headspace-wise. I was actually fine, very focused for the test, but I know, a weird thing, chilling. You got to be thinking about yourself at a time like this. It's like, hey, I need to make sure I'm not in a bad emotional state when I'm doing something that's really fucking important to me. But yeah, we put him down. I wasn't there. I was at work. But my mum and my two brothers went to the vet. Apparently it was very easy. Buried him out the backyard. Had him a fucking long time. It just got to the point where he could hardly walk. He was constantly moaning because he was in pain. Almost went blind in both eyes. He definitely seemed to have gone blind in the left eye, but apparently it was just a cataract plus cataract or cataract. Does that have a T in it? I don't know. But so yeah, some sad news, but we were able to have our time to grieve before Christmas, and we've still got 2 more dogs. If that helps, we've got Indigo and Snoopy. That was probably Indigo if you heard that noise. Or it was a soft toy, which I'm pretty sure we don't have any more squeaky soft toys. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of stuff. I'll try to see if I can avoid that being this in this weekend. So yeah, that's that. But some good, happier thoughts. I've changed the shelf up a little bit. I don't really know what else to say in terms of what's happening next year. I don't fucking know. I never know what the hell's going to happen next year. I always say I'm going to buy less, but then this year, like the This Weekend series has proved really popular, which really sucks because I can't afford it anymore. Anyway, there'll still be some stuff for the most of Jan because of Amazon orders and stuff, but I don't have many other pre-orders. I'm not ordering much from Zavvi anymore. I do have an order from Arrow Video because they had a 20% off coupon that they gave me, so I figured, hey, I can get some films out of this. So yeah, I'll deal with that when it comes to it. But I have recharacterized the position of the shelf. Now, last time I mentioned the shelf, I had director's collections here, because I was kind of wanting to put them there. I didn't do that in the end. I'll show you what I did. So, basically put, as you see, DVDs, you got your box sets that line the whole entire top, some steelbooks there, premium steelbooks and whatnot, some box sets, VHS at the very, very end there. Yeah, nothing too fancy schmancy, nothing too new. You get DVDs for these first 9 boxes, you get, for the next 16, more DVDs, you get this, steelbook shelf, figurines on top of it, the whole TV setup and everything. I'm still watching Mad Men. Good show. Then we get the Blu-rays. So the Blu-rays has that whole entire thing. But there is new sections. Teaser for this weekend. Because I had to take a few of them out so I could show them off. I've done the director's suites over here. Because I have a label maker. So what I've done is I've started with Alfred Hitchcock, so I've put down Hitchcock. I've actually put in the 4K discs of the films for Rear Window, Psycho, Vertigo, and The Birds. I do have them all on steelbooks down there anyway, so I always have an extra 4K disc if I need it. But yeah, Lifeboat, North by Northwest, the Hitchcock film. I know he didn't direct it, but it's a biopic film. I figured, why not? Same as Hitchcock Truffaut. Keep it all together. Makes it easy for my dad and me. Got Stanley Kubrick next to him. Eyes Wide Shut does live here. It's currently over on the TV cabinet because I was watching it for Christmas. So yeah, got all of those, which is great. Anderson and Anderson, P.T. Anderson and Wes Anderson. I was going to jokingly put P.W.S. Anderson up the top. I decided against that because I didn't want to do that to myself. I do have a number of his films though. But yeah, so... and yes, when eventually they make more films, it is going to be a fucking nightmare. I will get to that when I get to it. Some other directors who aren't making more films. John Carpenter. I've even put the 2011 thing in. Actually, this is both the 2011 and the Thing from Another World in one set. I don't think I have any other double-ups. No, that's the only double-up I have, which is good. Makes life easier. I just had the extra room, so I figured I'd just put it there, make it easier for myself. Because I do have over on the shelf over there both Godzilla and some John Carpenter sets. Those are the Studio Canal sets. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We've got quite a selection here. We've got David Fincher. I've got a few of his films. I'm still yet to get The Game, and obviously I think there's a few others that he's done that have Blu-ray releases I am yet to get. We have Rob Zombie, of all people, including basically all of his movies. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's all of his movies. So that's nice. And the trilogy. I do have the 2-pack set, the 2 from Hell, behind here, but I don't really need it. And Wachowski's, or Wachowski in this case, we're going singular for some reason, despite it being a plural, because they're siblings. So I've got Bound, Fruit of the Matrix Resurrections, because they're great filmmakers. So there you go. Then you get to this section, we've got Bong Joon-ho. I had to put down his whole name because otherwise people are going to laugh at the fact that his surname is Ho, because people are like that. And the first name's Bong. He doesn't make it easy for people. I've got Sam Raimi here, just on the Raimi. I figured with some people who I'm just focusing on surname, we're just focusing on surname. Other people, we've got John Carpenter, P.T. and Wes Anderson, at least because there's 2 different Andersons. Otherwise it would confuse people, but I find them funny to have them next to each other. I've got Sam Raimi. All of his films, including Doctor Strange, which I still have as a steelbook. I haven't opened it, but I do have it in the Marvel MCU collection over there, so I don't really need to open it either. Denis Villeneuve, because he's a great filmmaker. That's all those. We got David Lynch over here. This was like my initial collection. I put him with Satoshi Kon because these are basically all of Satoshi Kon's works. And they're both surrealist filmmakers as well. I have done a few double-ups for David Lynch, including the Vision release of Dune and this release of Lost Highway, just because, despite having Lost Highway there and the big pack for Dune, There's nothing really to fill it out with. I've even put the DVD, the Japanese DVD for Eraserhead here, just because I couldn't fill out with anything else, but I think it's fine, you know. Then we move to my Italian collection, as I've dubbed it, despite dubbed it. I get it now. I haven't actually written a name there because it's Dario Argento, Lucio Fulci, Sergio Leone, Leone, and Mario Bava. Of course, I can get more of his films at some stage, which is great. I love that it actually has his name in the front of a few of them. I hate that Kill Baby Kill. Both versions, both sides of the artwork does not say Mario Bava's, so hence why it stays yellow. Also, I prefer the yellow artwork. But yeah, so that's pretty fun. And luckily, like, it's not all Fulci's films I plan to get. I'd like to get more of them, but eventually. And that's all of Leone's films. That helps. It's not all of Argento's. Oh, he's made so many. But yes, so that's going to be a problem I encounter in the future of, there's so many more films by this director, but I'm saving budget-wise right now, so I'm not worrying about it. I got a whole Jackie Chan slot. It starts from here with Shaolin Wooden Men, and kind of just goes up. So it ends with The Foreigner. It does have the Japanese release of, I think it's called Police Story, which is like the fourth Police Story. You can't really watch it. It doesn't have any English subtitles or dub or anything, which is fine. And I do have all three Police Stories in the one case, because I made a custom case for all three films, because including the 4Ks and the Blu-rays, which is great. We move down to, we've got Edgar Wright here. That's all that he's done so far, film-wise, which is fine. I'd like to get Spaced, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I do have more stickers over here, which is interesting. I forgot about those. Oh, yes. I think it's just because I decided to go with his full name of Edgar Wright, because nobody knew who the fuck Wright was. Anyway, we've got Brian De Palma and Guillermo del Toro, which used to be the other way around. I just kind of changed it this time around. It's always been Del Toro then De Palma, but now it's De Palma then Del Toro. Anyway, we've got Tarantino and Nolan. I do actually have two, and I've got another one over there, which is for the new video. I've got two more coming in for Sofia Coppola, mostly because I realized I don't really have any female directors on here, which of course I do. I've got the goddamn Wachowskis, but still, I just figured I like a lot of her films, so I bought some more of them just to get the Blu-rays, because it's pretty hard to get a lot of her films on Blu-ray, so that'll fill up the slot there. Then we have Kurosawa here. This one's in a bit of a mixed limbo, because I've got his tags to stick him on here, Akira Kurosawa, because I've got a good number of his films. However, I have Scorsese and Shyamalan, so M. Night Shyamalan, but I have recently purchased The Visit, so I don't know if I should bury Glass and put The Visit on instead, and then just exist with how this is, because I don't really care much for Glass of all of his films. I just got it because it was really cheap, and then I won't have to move anything, and I can keep Sofia Coppola up there, because I've always the math does not work out to equate to anywhere else. Anyway, then we have Steven Spielberg, a good selection of his stuff, starting with Duel and ending with West Side Story, just going that way, same way as Jackie Chan. And down the bottom, not including this one, because this one's just part of the regular alphabet. It doesn't really discern me too much, because it's at the bottom. I don't really focus on it. We have Special Interest, which always looks like I've spelled it wrong, but I haven't, to my knowledge. There is a 4K set that belongs above here, but I basically have, unfortunately, a Lars von Trier set. I only got it for one film, which was Melancholia, but still, I have it. Roma, Princess Bride, because they're slightly oblong, differently shaped sets for their Criterion thing, so I've put them down here. And I've got Persona and Picnic Hammer for the exact same reason, because they're weirdly shaped sets. And then I have documentaries, so you got David Attenborough, you got Apollo 11, official cast's album of Company, Creature from the Black Lagoon, 60 years, it's called Creature Feature. Electric Boogaloo and Machete Maidens Unleashed, F for Fake, and For All Mankind. So a good number of Criterions down there as well. And that's basically the whole deal with the shelf now. Or at least that's how I'm going for it. There's obviously still some additions I need to make, some changes here and there, because I've got some extra box sets because of Christmas. I hope it doesn't screw me over too much. I know I've got a few more DVDs there that I can bury. I can ideally bury some Hitchcock DVDs and even some Doctor Who DVDs, and basically just have season 1 of Doctor Who for like the season 1 volume 1 for Eccleston, because we still have them on DVD. We never upgraded to Blu-ray for Doctor Who, which is bizarre. But anyway, yeah, I'll deal with that when the time comes, but we'll see how many duplicates my dad got for some Elvis films, which you'll see in the next video. And yeah. Anyway, that's all for now. See you guys in the new year, where stuff will happen. I obviously will still be making videos. I've got a few edited that I've already got coming out next year, including some video essays of me just rambling about shit. You know, my standard essay where I don't actually fucking study anything. I just kind of talk for a bit. It's more of an opinion piece than an essay. But I guess essays can be opinion pieces if your literature teacher hates you. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you all for such a fantastic goddamn year. It's December kind of always blows out of the park for me. Like, the amount of views I get in December is usually outstanding. The subscriber jump is usually pretty good. I can't believe I went from, I think this time last year I was on 400 odd subscribers, so I've gained about 200, which is really nice. It's still a small jump in contrast to the bigger YouTubers out there, but for what I do and the simplest necessity of it just being a hobby of me talking about films, I really like it. I know you guys really like it. And yeah, like, I've gotten to the point where I don't even care to ask for opinions on what I should do in the future, because I don't care. Who cares? I just film. We'll see how it goes. So that's all for now. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the new year. Adios.